Now, 5 stages left to go at the Tour de France after today's rest day, and Chris Froome still leads in yellow, more than 3 minutes ahead of his closest rival, Nairo Quintana. It looked like being a relatively quiet day for those at the top of the general classification, until defending champion Vincenzo Nibali had already launched an attack and pulled clear of the yellow jersey group before Alberto Contador and Alejandro Valverde also attacked Froome. However, Froome managed to not lose any time on his rivals, despite losing teammate Geraint Thomas after a spectacular crash. But thankfully, he wasn't badly hurt. Well, our reporter Adam Reed joins me now to discuss the Tour and why doubts still surround Chris Froome and Team Sky. Froome's top of the pile, as we just saw there, but he's not Mr. Popular, is he, amongst the fans at the Tour?
That's right, mate. Yeah, people are quite cynical when it comes to Chris Froome, even though he's won the Tour before in 2013. Last year, he obviously had to pull out because of various reasons. But it's a cynicism that sort of has stuck with him ever since he joined Team Sky. He came broadly out of nowhere, and ever since then, there's been people critical of his performances, basically because there have been such good performances. He's been astounding on certain parts of the Tour. There's lots of writers and commentators on the Tour who are former dopers, and that's the thing around the Tour. A lot of people these days have been caught up in scandal in the past, and they are the ones that potentially are the ones pointing fingers at Team Sky's methods and Froome in particular. And Froome has not been shy at coming back at these people and saying exactly what they are. As for the fans of the Tour, it's kind of understandable that they've got cynicism and other things towards Froome and Team Sky. This is a quote from Chris Froome over the weekend. He gave an interview to journalist David Walsh, and he was asked if Team Sky were lying, would it be a greater one than Lance Armstrong's? This is his response. If this is true, I believe it probably would be. For it to happen once in the last 15 years is enough. For it to happen a second time, it would be criminal on a different level, but I know that's not going to happen. So Chris Froome making it very clear where Team Sky are and making it clear that they are clean.
So tell me this, why won't suspicions about Team Sky's performance go away?
Well, that's another issue altogether as well, because Team Sky came into the sport. They had a zero tolerance policy. They wanted to come in and be the flag bearers, the torch bearers for clean riding. They had a zero tolerance policy when it came to anyone being associated with doping, and it's been hard for them to sort of stick to that, because they've been victims of their own sort of ideology in certain instances, because they've wanted to do these things. And then the key word in all this for a lot of people is transparency. And Team Sky would like to project this image of transparency, but they kind of want to do it on their terms. They're willing to release little bits of information, but not necessarily everything when it comes to what their riders are producing in terms of power wattage and other things like that. So it's almost like half transparency, some people are saying, is almost as bad as no transparency, because it's what they might be holding back.
OK, Adam Reed, many thanks for bringing us up to date on everything about the Tour.